Hi, I'm Lala. I'm in the applied anatomy exam, and I'm going to talk about the sacroiliac joint. Back in 2006 throughout 2009, I was working as a water practitioner, and I was lifting people. Some of them were overweight, and into water. It's a water massage, and doing all these 8 hours, 10 hours a day for all these 3 years, I was forcing myself a lot into giving these people the experience of mother water, and without realizing that even though I was young, I was really putting at risk my hips, and I didn't know, but I was always making fun of my hypermobility. And this that you see in my finger, I had it on my shoulder and I have it on my hip as well. So I'm not gonna show you how my hip used to move, like really the head of the femur bone just really like tilt like very weirdly. And so I was just like, after all these years of doing that kind of work, I put it at risk. So I um, when I start researching a little bit more about what was going on in my body, that I was feeling all this weird pain also in the sacrum and in my pelvis, and specifically there where my sacroiliac joint is located. So you can palpate it, not really because it's really inside, but you can feel, at least you can have an idea where it's located. You can touch here the crest, the iliac crest, and place your fingers and just imagine or have the sense that it's right there where you feel this movement that is happening. Actually, you can feel popping of my hip already, and it's there. That's the sacroiliac joint, known as the shock absorbers. And this pain that I was feeling, it was an enlightening moment. It was caused by my hypermobility. So the back pain and my lower back pain and all this inflammation that I was feeling, it was due to this hypermobility. Another cause can be the pregnancy as well, where I also experienced, and I went into more depth of how to heal my condition. And hypomobility is another cause, that is degenerative joint conditions, and such as arthritis can cause it. And as well, the previous spinal lumbar fusion surgery, that they're done because of lack of movement. So people start to having more limited movement in the lumbar section of the spine. And another condition that happened to me as well was that I was completely misdiagnosed for herniated disc condition because of the symptoms. I was having a lot of back pain. I was feeling this dull sensation and aching feeling that of course just got worse and worse after the years. And the radiating pain is usually starts in the buttocks, groin, and hips, and then it can occur both sides, but it's more often to feel it in one side. Then the tingling sensations, that's because the SI joint is also touching some nerves, so they can get numb. That area can get numb. Stiffness is just you cannot perform ordinary actions as bending and climbing the stairs because of this low back, groin, hips, and pelvis pain or stiffness. And localized pain is also because the pressure is increasing these joints, and again, it's very difficult to perform day-to-day movements, and as standing and walking, and without this joint, a person simply is rendered to be immobile. Instability in the pelvis or the lower back causes it feel like it will give away. I felt this uneasiness. I wanted to just take my leg off and put some oil or something to feel that I have the balance again in my legs. And so when I was researching through especially after my pregnancy, that caused that dysfunction of hypermobility irritated so much my ligaments that my baby got stuck in my pelvic bone on the terms of my pregnancy, and I was unable to even walk in the last few weeks before, and also after 2 days of labor, I had to run to a C-section emergency surgery because all this was so irritated, and just my body was just had enough of this of this irritation. And this is important for me to talk to you about, because I feel that sometimes we're forcing ourselves too much in the yoga practice, and that we can cause a lot of harm. So be aware of coming to the mat with self-respect, knowledge, patience, and applying the 80% rule of giving your best, and the 80% is really your best. And so the yoga practice can become your medicine. So you can allow your body to even reveal hidden emotions. I'm gonna show you now some poses that can strengthen your SI joint area, pelvis, buttocks, and have this awareness in your yoga practice to hug the midline. So use a block or use a ball like I'm using today, and just press against it. And I'm not gonna really go into the chair position, the whole thing, but just I want you to focus here, hugging the midline, squeezing your legs in, and the inner thighs, you want to feel your inner thighs getting strong. Then from here, this is very fun to do as well, to stabilize your SI joint, which is just walking, but having your legs completely engaged. And then another position here will be also just leaning down, hugging the midline, and going into a very nice and easy small back bend to stretch the psoas, but hugging the midline completely. Then laying down on your mat, and do a bridge position, lifting up your hips here, hugging the ball there. All these positions can really help you. And one of my favorites is just elongate upper body, elongate lower body, and just stay here for a couple of breathings. I really encourage you to bring the three principles, as Lucas is teaching us, to have stability, balance, strength and flexibility in this SI joint, that is really a master in holding the weight of our upper body. So that's it, and thank you for watching this video. I'm Lala again on the Applied Anatomy exam in the Yoga Body College diploma. Thank you.